Right folks, in here we have a whopper world exclusive. Size of them bad boys.
And it's lunchtime, and it's not, we're not talking about a Burger King for Paul.
Ooh, he ain't gonna like that.
He's not, is he?
He's gonna be upset.
No. Better come around that side, am I? So, we've been waiting for this one for a while, Mikey, haven't we? Because we've been trying to get the van over here, haven't we?
Day or two.
We're trying to get the van over here, haven't we? Now, health and safety.
I've just broke my neck.
Right, anyway, so we've now got James's van here. Now, if you remember this one, this is the one that we done at like, I don't know, 1,300 miles, wasn't it? It's done brand new, 23 plater. We put the Steinbauer power module on it and a faux cooler.
This one
kit.
was my virginity, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And the faux meth kit on it, which look back through the previous videos, you can see all of that. If you haven't watched it already or you want to re-watch it, that's superb. Gets our views up. So anyway, so what we've done is we've developed this big brake kit for the front, and there is a rear one to come later, but that's in the future. But today, this one, and it's taken many months making it.
Yeah.
You're talking, yeah, it's got to be 12 months in it.
It's getting, I was going to say, between 6 and 12.
Start to finish. So basically, what we wanted to do is create a big brake kit for the front. Again, the genius of Nick at High Spec and his team up there to create this this kit. Now, as you can see, it's all custom and bespoke to us, which everything is really. So the discs, like Mike's and one of the whoppers. So these are, right. So this is a 420mm disc. All right. They're heavy, but they're not like as heavy as you think they are. All right. It's all been anodized. All right. And then it's been powder coated on top, which is pretty cool. They've gone for the race groove. So they're 420 by 28, I think it is. They're narrow on these, but we've gone for the race groove because especially on a commercial, you want it to be heavy duty, you want it to be hard wearing.
A bit stronger as well.
Yeah, it's stronger. You drilled on it, which you could. I've got on my mind, of course, you get a nice sound from them, but anything that you drill over a period of time, it's slightly weakening it, you get little cracks appearing, don't you? So, and the difference between, this is all new, right? So if you can, normally it's like an etched. So if you look on some of our previous ones, on the Mark III Focus RS's, that is just etched into the, like, oblong. We'll call it oblong, should we? Something like that.
So like a rounded ended rectangle, isn't it?
Yeah. Not quite a sausage, is it? Because a sausage
well, you could be a
straight
cocktail sausage.
All right, let's not get personal now.
We did notice you got a little hole with the trousers there.
Yeah. So this is what I asked Nick to do. I said, can we come up with a new design for the bell? What are you thinking? I said, well, what about stainless plates? And he came up with the idea of, yeah, we can do a stainless plate and then small Allen keys to hold them on. And as you can see, look at the detail on that. That's powder coated into the, so that's like etched out of there and then powder coated. Let's
get back in there,
crazy. Same as Monty's, isn't it? Where he done the M Sport down the side of the calipers with a little checker flag. Crazier they can get the detail. So that's quite new. So moving forward, all my big brake kits on the bells will have that configuration on them. Okay, things evolve and they just come up with new ideas all the time. So that's that. This is the first kit that we're doing. The other Transit that we got out there, that's also having the same kit but in a different colour. So we'll share that with you once we do it. Now the differences between these, Mikey, than a normal conventional disc slip over is this. So you have to split the disc from the hub because the hub bearing is all one, and then that bolts onto there, and then that bolts back onto the upright.
It's a bit of a faff to get them out in it. You got to take the disc and the bearing out of the hub, and then you got to take the disc off the bearing. Yeah. And then you've got.
But positive side of it on this one, this has already got MSRT big brakes on it. Nothing like this. I mean, they're small compared to this. Same as what I've got on mine, really. And so they've already been split before. Obviously, they've done that up at MSRT before we bought the van. So we're hoping.
And they've only done 10,000 miles.
They should come apart quite easy. Yeah, it's no mileage, is it? So that's that side of it. So they are nuts, Nate, Mikey.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, like we said, it's a world exclusive. So, and then we've got the bracket slut. So these are all proper billet and all machined, and then you can see there, they're 420 by 28. 8-pot, which means the 8-pot is the caliper which I'm going to show you now. So these are all beautifully done in anodized, which is pretty cool. The fixing kit, we go with it, obviously you need that. And then this is something which we've had made from Exact Engineering for the front. Want me to go that way?
Yeah, go away a bit. It's a bit close.
Right out there, outside by the
get out there.
The other Transit, yeah. So this is the braided line kit for the front, which we've had developed. Just obviously you can use the rubber ones, can you? All fittings to go with it, and these are left loose. So our shrink wrapped logos are left loose, so we can put them where we want, because you don't know where they're going to end up there. So we can spin them around and then shrink them down to where you want. Right, now we come to the second of the craziness of this. So this is this is the caliper look. So these are based on the Mark III Focus RS monsters, which I've got on my car, and Phil and Robert and Richard, and you know. So these is based on that, all right, and Derek. So in the blue, which is in this case is, well, it's like a grabber blue, but it's like sky blue, we call it. So that's all engraved down the side, look, with the yellow. Sort of like, you're never going to get exactly the right colour, but it's yellow, all right. And then you can see it's an 8-pot progressive piston caliper, which means that they're staggered, look, small piston, large piston. So as the rotor travels through, we'll call it a rotor, should we? Travels through the caliper, that's where you get your progressive braking and different pressures, you know, right? So, and again, this has been developed to work with the original braking system on the van. So the other one's just the same, basically just for the other side. So, and that's it really. So, and then the pads are Ferodo DS Performance. So not 2500s, we're using DS Performance because these are fully compliant with legislation for the friction material for road use. Okay, so that's why we're using them on this application. And there's 4 in each caliper, same as. So these, like I say, these calipers are based on the Mark III Focus RS ones, but they're different. The casting's different. It's not quite the same because it's transit fitment, isn't it? And that's it really. So we're gonna crack on, Mikey, and we've got someone else which is doing on this as well. So these wheels. So this brake kit has been designed to fit with the OZ 20-inch wheels. That's what it's designed to do. And the reason why we've done it as well is because, so he's got, you see there, like, he's got the MSRT ones on it, which is the same as what we've got on our van in yellow, and he's got the blue. They only done them in 2 different colours. I can't remember what size disc it is, 350, something like that. So obviously they're going to be coming off, but you can sort of like see the caliper, can't you? Because this sort of expose it, doesn't it?
I think you'll see it a lot more when the new ones are on there.
So the new one
out in that gap.
The new one will be in that gap there, so you'll see them. And then obviously the disc is going to fill that right up. So it's going to, and the braking power is going to be pretty nuts, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
So the tyres that he's got on here, 245 40/20, these are Nankangs. We're putting a couple of more of these on the front because he's got another set of wheels. So Mikey's already, I've built the tyres up on the other set of wheels. 255 40/20 Michelins, the 4S's like I've got on mine. And then Mikey had the painstaking job of putting the Michelin logo stickers on the side, which are a bit different than the ones I got on mine. They've like, it's an evolution of it, isn't it? So yeah, it's all one continuous.
It's like a vinyl thing now, and it's one.
Yeah, and there's no break in it. Whereas mine is like, I don't know, it's like cut out in it, and then all sticks together.
It's like 3D. Yours is a bit, isn't it?
So yeah, so basically these wheels come off, a couple of Nankangs on the front, and then he'll have a spare set. You're going to use these for winter, and then the wheels, the new set of wheels, which are identical with the Michelins on it, will be for the summer, and that's what we'll be fitting when we show you the final finished product, when we put the wheels on with the calipers. So, and on the rear, we're not going to be going, we are going to put a bigger disc on the back, but we're not going to be putting a massive big brake kit on the rear. We're going to be utilising what's there already. So the original handbrake. We've had the challenging job, Mikey, of rear flexi hoses. So nobody in the world makes a rear flexi hose kit.
There's a reason for
brakes for transit. They just don't, because you've got 2 in there, 2 out there, and then it's all bracketed and it's complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
so between obviously Mikey's been dealing with this, and Exact Engineering and Julian at Proform, we've sort of like we're there with this kit, and where we've kept it original, so it's just plug and bolt on, not plug and play.
Yeah, so basically it'll be exactly the same, but you'll lose a piece of the brake pipe between the two flexies. It's not very much, but it's a lot easier to make one bigger flexi than try and
braided.
Than put loads of different ends on everything, because it's all.
It needs to bracket back to the chassis.
Yeah.
We want to keep it so that people want to do it. They haven't got to, I got to do this, you got to modify this, you got to just go straight on and connect up. That's it. So it is like plug and play in it, and that's been the tricky part. But we've done it. So that, and then we're going to have Nick at High Spec create a bigger disc on the back, and then he can fab up and CAD up a bracket, so he can push the original caliper away to allow us to run a bigger disc. So and then you're using the existing caliper, it doesn't affect the handbrake, existing pads, and then we'll run it'll be a 2-piece disc, vented like that. If we can get away with vented, I have to see. And then it'll be the same as that basically, so it'll all match, rather than running in the standard ones. This looks pretty small, don't they? And then we'll paint the rear caliper, won't we?
Yeah.
Paint the rear caliper the same as this, so it matches. So yeah. So we need to crack on, don't we, Mikey? So we'll take lots of pictures while we're doing it, and then we'll show you the end result. We'll do another video at the end once we've got it all butted up. We need to concentrate now on getting it done, because we're up against it as usual, Mikey, aren't we?
Time is running short.
That's it. So we're not doing anything on the engine side of it. That's all been done. Just on the brakes. First visit, this one. Second visit will be rears later in the year. So
you're not big enough to cover it, Marty. I'm gonna have to stand there if you want it covered up.
I think, is that a good idea or no?
Take from it what you will.
Or we can get Matt or Paul to stand in front of it.
They'll cover the van.
Right. It's your fellow colleagues you're talking about there, mate. Anyway, so ready?
Ready.
And if by magic, there it is, look.
There it is.
Now, you've seen the caliper and the disc. Well, we talked about it when it was just inside the van, actually. The slidey door there, Mikey, wasn't it?
Yep.
There it is fitted. Mikey's fitted that up. We had to, together, we'd sort of like made sure that it was, we test fit it first, don't we, Mikey? We don't go
bang it all
Loctiting all the bolts in and doing all that. We had to, you got to make sure that the gap is correct. Obviously, where the rotor runs through the caliper, so that gap there and there, that's what you're looking at. Because if it's slightly off one side, say that gap was smaller than the other side, and the caliper's too far that way, then you can shim it and move it across on the bracket, and you can also shim it not in, but you can shim it out on your Mikey, so you can bring that part of the caliper, the front, away, to closer to the barrel of the wheel. So we need to do that either. So this is Nick at High Spec and his team there, bang on, yeah. We always change, put a new wheel bearing in it as well, Mikey, in it.
Yep.
The van's, what's it done, 10,000 miles?
Yeah.
But again, the old wheel bearings over there, if you're taking it all apart, we just fit a new wheel bearing as well. It's all new then, isn't it, and ready to go. Or else you got a wheel bearing which has done 10,000 miles, newy, 0 miles, yeah, Mikey.
Perfect now, isn't it?
That's that. So brake pads are in, Mikey, for old DS Performance.
Yep.
Which you've already talked about, which is, you don't believe us. There it is, look. Same as what's in the police car that we did. This is a configuration for, because all the pads are marked. They go in a certain position because there's 4 brake pads in each caliper. So that just shows you which one goes where. And then it's there as well, look, you know. So that's just information for us, isn't it, Mikey?
Yep.
That's it. We thread lock them as well. You've got Nord lock washers in these, in these, which is fine. You don't need thread lock in them because the Nord lock washers are brilliant. That ain't never going to undo. And then these, they're on a spring washer, but we thread lock as well, Mikey, don't we?
Yep.
And we thread lock the main bolts.
Even though it's a nylock.
Yeah, just for extra security.
Yeah, it's sort of, the bolt is only just protruding through the nylock.
Yeah.
So we put thread lock on it as well, just to be sure.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, really good.
We already talked about this, you know, with the this new configuration. It's massive. The problem is on a video, it doesn't do it justice. You can't really grasp the size of it, can you?
No.
But in real life, it's like, wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, I've took a few pictures of it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll show you. The last one you got to do on this side We'll show you the other side in a minute. We've left the other side on the original MSRT, which is forge, make it from, same as what was on my van. And we've left that built up on the other side, and we'll go around and you can see the difference then. So if you just sort of like try and memorize what that looks like. We've only got the braided line to plumb up. We did that last week, didn't we?
Yep.
No point in doing that at the moment. And the other thing which we check as well is we obviously go on to diagnostics, go on to live data with the ABS in this, for instance, was the offside front. So we just need to check live data to make sure that we've put a new bearing in it, that it's picking up on the magnetic strip. The last thing you want to do is put it all back together and you find out that there's a problem with the ABS pickup. You've got to take it all apart again. That's all good, it's all sorted. Let's mosey on around to the other side, Mikey, did we? Have a look at this little rich tea biscuit around the other side, isn't it?
Pathetic, isn't it?
Look at the shirt button, isn't it? There we are. So that gives you an idea of the difference. Look.
Kids one, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's pretty small, isn't it? Don't you know what size that is? We'll measure it. We'll take a measure in a minute. We'll measure it more around the other side.
Should I have a guess?
About 350, isn't it? Something like that. Ooh. Same sort of size what's on the market for
I reckon it's
RS.
320.
Yeah, and these are 6-pot. So that's a cast model caliper. It's all in one piece. Look. I lied. It's not. Is it a split? I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah,
it's not
joint.
billet, is it? So I don't think it is anyway. But that's same as what I've got on mine. Mine in yellow. This is an upgrade that MSRT offer, and you can buy it online from the shop and all that sort of stuff. But that's all you get basically. There's no. You can't customize it. It's blue, which is not the same blue as that. The one we put on is. Pads, basic, 2 colours, yellow or blue. That's the disc you get. That's the braided line you get. That's a lot. So, whereas ours, fully customisable. That's what it's all about. Customer can choose, Mikey, innit?
Yep.
So, meet you back around the other side, Mikey. I'm going to get the tape measure.
Am I waiting here for you to measure this one?
No, I'll do it with the one round here. It's off the car, innit?
Oh yeah.
What do you reckon? You reckon it was 350?
320, I reckon.
320, do you? Ooh, 355. Look at what you think, innit?
That's what she said.
Come on, mate. We had this yesterday. It's happened yesterday, didn't it? Wrong channel, mate.
All right.
You need to get yourself on them channels, don't you? Anyway, so that is, yeah. So that is 355 by 30. In ours is a 420mm disc. Well, by 28, isn't it? So, but you can clearly see, look, the difference. It's
Why don't you hold that disc up next to this one?
good idea, Mikey. Just want me to get my
Afraid
hands
he's going to
dirty,
get
yeah?
dirty hands now. The first time this week, and it's Friday. Yeah, he's a fair bit bigger, isn't he?
That's the way of doing it.
That's the way to do it. And that's an uprated one.
This is uprated anyway.
Yeah, so compared to standard,
Oh, they're, yeah,
it's night and day.
that's right. I could put that one, I could darn that one on me shirt and do you up, yeah?
You ain't got the back to hold it up now.
Right, so that's it, innit? I'll let you get on with building the other side, innit?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
See ya.
See you in a bit.
Finished, Mikey, innit?
Completed.
So, as you can see, it's all back together. Pads are in. Braided lines are on, which I don't think you've seen last time, did you?
No.
Which are yellow. Mikey's just shrunk, wrapped them down, that one there and that one there, so you can position it so you get the writing correct. Because if we got Exact to do it, how does he know where they're
Guesswork.
positioned? He don't know, does he? But anyway, yeah, so there you go. That's the world exclusive finished, really, on this one. So we talked about it before, on this huge caliper, which is similar to what's on the RS application, but in the sense that it's an 8-pot progressive piston caliper with 4 brake pads. The casting is completely different, although it looks the same. It's bulkier, it's commercial. And the other thing which is different is, well, it's a 420 mil disc for starters, that's 20 mil bigger. Instead of 400, and the other one's a 395, and this has been hard anodized and then powder coated, and then we got the new evolution of the bell look. Instead of it just being etched in there, now it's a proper stainless plate with powder coated in there, so it looks pretty cool. And the one we got outside, once we've tested this, we've just got a wheels on, Mikey, in it. Finish off this vid, wheels on, wheel nuts, which I'll show you in a minute, and then road test, and then we're pretty much done, Mikey, aren't we?
Finished.
And then we can pull Z trigger on the other one to be done, because that's what the high spec team want me to give them all the feedback, make sure it's absolutely perfect before they go creating another kit. That would be absolutely insane to do that without make sure everything's all right, Mikey, in case there's some adjustments to do. But I have to say, as per, you know, it takes a long time, Mikey, doesn't it? It's very frustrating with the delays on the high spec making things for me, but it's correct and it's right.
Bang on every
It'd be
time.
worse if they done it quickly and then it was wrong. You had to send it back 2 or 3 times because it was a mismatch, or, you know, and all this sort of stuff. Then they had to re-engineer it. No good. Like I said before, we changed the hub bearings as well, the flange and all that, don't we, Mikey?
Yeah.
Don't never reuse the originals. Why would you? Even though this is a 23 plate vehicle, coming apart, you'd be surprised how tarnished and worn it looks even at that.
Rusty and all on it.
Yeah. Wheel nuts. There's your originals, look. Quite a FD thing. Don't like these, do we? They're gash because they got a chrome, I'm gonna say it, chavvy sleeve on it. You like that one, don't you? These swell up, right, and then that at the moment, like, that's a 21, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
So 21, it's obviously 19 on the car side of it, because that's a M times, it's 14, isn't it? It is, yeah.
14
M14 by 1.5, yeah. So instead of the M12.
And then you got to smash a socket on them.
Yeah, so that becomes, that's like a 21, so that becomes a 20.
21 and a half.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
And then when you pull your socket off,
yeah, and then that
it takes
chrome trim bit comes
takes
off.
the, as Martin called it, the chavvy sleeve.
It is. I've got to speak as I find. That's quite weighty as well. These here, these rays, this is what we change them with. So then it goes back down to a 19 mil. All right, now, as you'll notice, from the standard, no, not from standard, well, yeah, that is the same actually standard, because it's a blind pole, isn't it? So these are the same. So these are, you know, that's blind on the end normally, but you can't do that because the studs are longer on the Transits.
You have to modify them.
And it would bottom out. So that was a quick trip down to our friend Julian at Pro 4 Mikey, wasn't it?
Yep.
And he set up a proper jig, and they're all properly machined out, look. You can see how neat that is, look. You try doing that with a drill in your hand, no chance. I mean, that's like, so he does it and it's precise, isn't it? You know, all you got to do is fucking move and slip, and then it's ruined, isn't it?
Wrecking the rim.
Yeah. And then what we do then is we put some low tack masking tape inside, so it, you know, these are hard anodized anyway, so it doesn't scratch it up and all that sort of stuff. And we do the same with the, because it becomes a 19 mil socket now. We do the same with that, just so it protects it. You know, might be a bit anal doing that, but
Always got to use protection.
we've always got to use protection, Mikey. You're quite right.
Let that be a lesson for the youngsters listening.
Absolutely right, Mikey. So this could be educational
Absolutely.
on this side of it, but also
In life.
throwing in a bit of education on your journey through life, as you said, Mikey, innit? Whatever that might be. Christ, we sound like a couple of, well, what we're going to call ourselves? Agony uncles. That's it.
Wise old man.
Wise old
You're
man.
a fair bit older than me.
I know, yeah. I could be the agony granddad, yeah? You could be the agony...
Son.
could
Grandson.
be. Yeah, you're...
No, you're not old enough to be my granddad yet.
You are... Yeah, you're at the age where you could be my son. Absolutely. All right, we're going off the beaten track here, aren't we?
Again.
You stay in line. Hey. Right, so what else we got to do, Mikey? So that's the front end. The other side's just a
Mirror
of
image.
that. On the rear, so I've got to put a couple of tyres on those tyres there, which are they're finished. So that's on the original wheels.
Past their best, and
They are, yeah, Nankangs. So we're going to swap them out for another pair of Nankangs, and these will end up being the spare wheels. All right. So, and we'll show you what's going on replacing them. So they're 245 40/20, and we're going to be replacing them with 255 40/20, which is the same as what's on my van. So all the others that came from MSRT were running 245 40/20. My van, because it's like as you know, it's a one-off build, and it was like changed around for me, and mine was, I think, is the only one that had 255 40/20s on it. So this is what we put on James's, and that painstaking job, Mikey, of the Michelin sticker on the side, which looks pretty cool.
Let's not talk about it, eh?
No, it's different than mine, isn't it? That's all one piece now, as we said before, whereas mine is like, it's got the letters are cut out. Right pain to do. So it is a bit, you still got to prep it all and all that sort of stuff, so it takes to do it all properly, Mikey. You're on it for a good part of the day, aren't you?
Yeah, I reckon.
You do it in half a day?
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
If you do it properly.
Yeah.
People say, yeah, you do that in an hour. Yeah, in a week you'll peel off.
Yeah, no chance, yeah.
So do it once, do it right, innit?
Got to use proper gear in it. You can't mix up a bit of flour and water and put them on, innit?
There's no prick stick on there.
Oh. Right, so that's that. These are brand new, by the way, from MSRT. Hellish expensive. I think they're about 1,500 quid plus VAT just for the wheels. Then you got the tyres on top. And then you got the wheel nuts.
Then the stickers.
Then the stickers. It gets awfully expensive, doesn't it?
Crazy.
But James lives in Jersey, as you can see, look, from the plate. Now, that's the only one in Jersey, and they didn't make very many of the yellow ones anyway. But so he's running around over there. Don't think you can do much more than 40 mile an hour over there, can you?
No.
So, but they have little shows and that over there. He loves it. So it's a bit of a showpiece, that van in Jersey. And what were the brakes that's on it? Mega. And we'll be showcasing these at Ford Power Live in September the 15th at Brands Hatch. So we'll be doing that. I'll have a pitch there, and then we have in this one, the other Transit will be there, and we can show the wheels off and whatnot, all the rest of the cars. So it'd be good crack, wouldn't it? But for now, I need to get the wheels on, get it all swapped over, road test. And I think that's about it, Mikey, innit?
Yeah.
And then James, he can come over and pick you up. Tomorrow, I think, yeah. So, that's it. So if, or say, guys and girls, if you do own it doesn't have to be an MSRT Transit, it can be, but it has to have those wheels. You cannot have that big brake kit. That big brake kit has been designed around these wheels. Not so you can only fit this particular wheel, but it has to be the same offset configuration, spoke clearance. That's what it has to be, all right? So you could try and get a copy version of this. As long as it's the same and the same configuration, it would be absolutely fine. But that's a first, it's a one-off. They've been designed for me, custom made, and they look nuts. The video didn't really do it justice, Mikey, did it? Until you see them in the flesh. James was saying, because he came over to have a look at the brakes before they were fitted, and he's like, that's nuts. You sent me pictures, but to see them in the flesh is completely different experience, which it is, and wait until he feels them on the roads, they're nuts. But that's it really, isn't it? So yeah, you can, they'll be available, okay? So if you're interested, you know what to do. Give us a call, don't go messaging me or, oh, how much are they? And all this, too much to discuss about the brakes and what you can have and all this sort of stuff, like, you know, because it's pretty custom. Easier just to phone me up and then I'll explain it all to you. But they'll be available, so not a problem. So that's it. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, comments down below. There's probably no doubt there's going to be a few comments on these because it's quite amazing, isn't it? And we got something to come on the rear, haven't we, Mikey? So we've got the rear, not a massive kit like that, but we're going to upgrade the rear's bigger disc, use the existing caliper because it makes more sense on the rear. Existing caliper, but we've got.
The trouble is you've got the handbrake, haven't you? That's the,
yeah, you can.
That's the big issue with the rears.
Yeah, so we're gonna. It is. We're gonna. I think cost-wise as well, we'll run with the standard setup, but a bigger disc, modified bracket to push the caliper away. And then we'll try and find some upgraded pads for the rear, and then we got the braided line kit, haven't we? Which has been interesting, to put it at least. But that's near non-completion, so we'll let you know about that in due course. But for now, we're done. See you soon. Bye bye. Right, let's walk past Robert Smart 3 Focus RS. There is, look. That was in for MOT service and some other bits. The other RS that we've talked about. This is one that we talked about that with the head gasket and all that sort of stuff, which is in a separate video. And then we come back to James's, which is here, look. Now, you didn't think we were going to end the video without showing you the brakes with the wheels on, did you? That's my car there, which is got lots of development stuff on it at the moment, which we'll bring to you in another video. But yeah, look. So we've put the second set of wheels on now, which is the ones which is, we said, from a 245 40/20 to a 255 40/20 Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, as you can see, look. And then we put these cracking Michelin stickers on the side, which is actually like a rubber sticker. Like I said before, a bit different to mine. These are all one piece, so they're like an evolution of mine, and they do look better than mine, to be fair. Ray's super light wheel nuts with the locker, which is here. It's just got a little cutout on it, look, as you can see. And they are really light. Like I say, 5 of them weigh less than one of the originals, which we talked about the originals. We don't like them. That's that. Obviously the OZ MSRT wheels, which you can only get from them. And then you got our huge new launch, well, we're going to launch it, big brake kit, 420mm disc. You can't really, doesn't really do it justice by seeing it on camera, but when you see it in the flesh, it's nuts. I mean, that's, you've probably only got about 20mm clearance between that, the end of obviously the disc, the outer part of the disc, to the wheel, you know, the inner part of the barrel of the wheel. So it's huge, 420mm race groove, and then the caliper, as you can see, look, is an 8-pop progressive piston one, similar to what's on mine. Look, so if I just quickly show you mine, it looks similar, doesn't it? That's a 400mm disc, but similar caliper, but then you flick across, it's not quite the same look. It's different casting profile for obviously this application, but we've done it in the sky blue to match that. And she's got it down here as well, look. Rears, it's just a standard rear brakes, what we're doing, we talked about, we're going to do a modification on that. But yeah, looks really cool, looks better with the 255s on it. But yeah, that's it really. They're a billet caliper as well, 4 brake pads in each caliper. And this has got the Frodo DS performance, so they're fully road compliant. Yeah, so that's it. So just thought we would share that with you. I'll just whiz around and show you the other side, which is like a mirror of that side really. There we are, look. It looks mega. So, and then the other one what we've got outside, which is another customer, he's going to be having the same setup, but in a different colour, which we'll share with you in a separate video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. This is the end of the video now. We teased you before. But yeah, usual thing, like, subscribe, comments down below, hit that bell notification button, very important. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys and girls, and we'll catch up soon. Bye-bye. I'll go and do the chains, mate. I'll go and do the chains. Right, hang on. Yeah, Mike's going to do the chains down the bottom. Crazy, isn't it? Touch that brake yet? Yeah. Oh, mate. There, he's off. to turn around, is he? I thought that noise was well, that though. It's up there, isn't it?